When you last had something delivered after buying on the internet, did you check where it was posted from? Probably not, but there's a good chance it came from the Channel Islands. A tax loophole means that low-cost goods shipped from there by some of the biggest online retailers, including Amazon and Tesco, for example, can be sold without paying VAT. It means the Treasury is forgoing potentially millions of pounds in revenue. Some UK-based companies say they're being forced to close because they can't compete. Michael Buchanan reports.
We literally just put the item in the bag, put the sticker on the front of it. There it goes, first class post. Usually customers receive their order the next day.
In the back room of his shop in Paynton in Devon, Chris Holgate talks me through the seamless process by which his company's internet orders are dispatched. About 70% of the turnover of his company, Refresh Cartridges, comes via web sales. But Chris finds it difficult to compete with other companies who distribute their products from the Channel Islands and don't therefore have to charge VAT on them.
If you're looking at making a markup of a couple of percent on a product, having someone instantly given a 20% advantage makes it very difficult to actually compete. We do guarantee to match any price. We do like to think of ourselves as being competitive, but sometimes when you're kind of placed into that kind of situation, it's made incredibly difficult to actually do so.
The scheme, known officially as low-value consignment relief, allows any products under £18 in value to be sent to the UK from outside the European Union without paying VAT. Such goods usually come from either Jersey or Guernsey due to their closeness to the UK. Chris Holgate says that unless the relief is abolished, he too will be forced to lay off his dozen staff and move to the Channel Islands.
It's very difficult to actually grow a business when you are being handcuffed in such a fashion by the government. It seems a very odd loophole which they have going on. It seems odd that this hasn't been closed down, and it seems odd that I'm being encouraged to actually forget the UK-based business and move it abroad. Got to kind of keep up with the pack, and essentially if it isn't closed, then yes, we will have to move offshore.
At the quayside at St Peter Port in Guernsey, another container of goods is unloaded. In order to benefit from the VAT relief, household names such as Tesco, Amazon and HMV, as well as many other less well-known companies, ship goods from the UK to warehouses on the Channel Islands, break them down into individual customer orders, and then post them back to Britain. The whole process is entirely legal. However, opponents claim it is forcing small British companies to close and cost the Treasury hundreds of millions of pounds each year in lost VAT. Within the past few days, Richard Allen from Retailers Against VAT Abuse Schemes has also submitted evidence to the European Commission.
The Commission are taking it seriously because this is a major distortion of competition within the common market where there is supposed to be a level playing field, and there certainly is not a level playing field on internet retail in the UK at present. We have pretty accurate information on market distortion which we are presenting to the European Union. It's an internal market. It's supposed to be protected from this kind of behaviour.
In a small warehouse, staff at Guernsey Flowers prepare little bouquets to be shipped to the UK, many on behalf of the Moonpig Company. The VAT relief scheme was initially introduced to help Channel Island flower growers gain easy access to the UK market, but it has now been exploited by companies selling everything from DVDs to deodorants. Still, Rodney Brouard, chairman of the Guernsey Bulk Mailers Association, says getting rid of the scheme could be counterproductive.
First of all, it would cost the British government far too much. They'd need thousands of extra customs officers to do that, and I don't believe what we're doing here is that harmful. It's been blown completely out of proportion.
While in opposition, the Chancellor George Osborne said he was concerned about the VAT scheme and the difficulty it is causing UK companies. Similarly, prior to being part of the government, the Business Secretary Vince Cable described as extraordinarily and seriously unwise the process whereby big supermarkets sell CDs and DVDs through the Channel Islands. In a statement, a Treasury spokesman told this programme that the government are now actively reviewing the operation of the VAT relief scheme. For those small British companies that can't move to the Channel Islands and consequently fear having to close down, the only acceptable outcome of the review is for the VAT relief to be abolished.
And Michael did approach the companies he named. None wanted to comment about their policy of importing from the Channel Islands.